I might have lost some production because I don't think the pollution processor costs nearly as much as 10 turns of a colony ship. Yeah, auto training then. Heimdall, you would like the crew of one of my ships in Star Trek Online. Oh, by the way, I actually tried an MMO, which for me is a milestone. I know most everyone in the world's played one, but I don't. So, you would like one of my crews. One time I will show you. Maybe just send you a screenshot. Sorry, I just had to click the turn. I wanted the stuff. I'm gonna check that right now. Because I'm always thinking to myself that if I move the production around, I'm gonna get into trouble. So, which, like you say, is valid in a lot of other games like this. Biosphere. This thing's building quite nicely by itself. I think the additional people was wise. Oh, okay. It costs next to nothing then. Would you actually like to see Star Trek Online, Heimdall? I thought about streaming it one time. I mean, I'm not an expert by any stretch, but it is interesting, and I was a huge fan of Star Trek as a child. I even saw most of the episodes before they were brutally carved into pieces by modern syndication. I always thought, does anyone ever seen the, I think CBS did a complete remake or redo of the original series with modern CGI techniques. Has anyone ever seen that? Any of you guys seen that? Did that come out nice? Really, Chris? You've never heard of it? And seriously? Oh, okay. Wow. Well, that sounds like a must-do then. Yeah, the Old Republic one, Heimdall? Yes. I've been tempted several times to try that. I like the free-to-play idea in principle, but the way that you're constantly eroded to buy this and buy that, and anything under EA or Activision or the French EA, Ubisoft, sorry, it escaped me for a second. I don't trust them. They design things with the intent of putting me at odds with the game, so I generally stay away from it. Lots of food coming in from here, so let's see where the excess is, and as EKG has said, the colonies is the best place to look. So we have an enormous pile of food here. And we could stand to redo some research, so that's a little better balance. I don't mind a little excess. Yeah, it wasn't just a Blu-ray. They did an update of of the scenes in space with the ships and everything like that. I don't even know what it's called. Okay. Let's take a look at our system here. Ooh. So the heavy G's you saying do those last, or is anything with an odd gravity we just put those out last? So I guess we'll go with the desert and then the toxic. Can we do the toxic, or do we need a specific base for that, or is that from the first one? I think the pollution processor's finished here, isn't it? Yeah, we're on to change goods. Oh, no, it isn't. Alright, gotcha. Sure you don't want 7 star bases here? We can wait the turns, I think. You think so? Okay, so they did away with the, okay. They did away completely with it. I couldn't remember whether you had to get the more advanced bases. So the advances then in this one would be in terms of distance and how many parsecs you travel per, okay. Heimdall, are you by chance a cook by trade? Some of the things you've described over the time I've seen you talk about food are relatively exotic, or at least would require a skilled hand to produce, so... In this case, I don't think you're reaching too far, but some of the other things you've mentioned... No trade goods. Colony base, colony base, colony base, and colony base. And then freighter fleets. Ooh, 6% chance of a breakthrough. 22, come on. You can do it. All right. Ooh, plus 10 to research. Okay, we'll take that. Battle pods, okay. Available space on a ship. We can protect our legendary officers, of which we have none at this point. And true pods, okay. Spaceport, I think, is for money. I'm going to get the fusion physics out of the way right now. Alright, Heimdall, I'll take that. And I will agree. It does sound like you've put a fair bit of effort into it, though, because knowing what bits and pieces like that is kind of an art form. Okay, automated factory to start. Oh, Chris. Ow. Yeah, you're gonna have to go sit in the back row for that one. It's a difficult skill, and a lot of people spend a lot of time in their lives, quote-unquote, cooking and never really figure it out, so... Just think as each one of these bases shows up, I'm gonna need food, and then EKG has already told me that. Okay. The hydroponic farm first, then that's the one we want. And then we want the research, okay. Like, you may not be in the food, Heimdall, but I understand what Chris's concerns would be. If you had company and you were cooking, I'm not so sure it would be safe to be at a dinner party. I don't need the high quality officers right now, so I'm not going to bother with them. On entertainment food, Heimdall. No, I mean on the point of food, Heimdall, I agree with you. Best quality you can afford, because most of the cheap stuff is not good for you. Okay, let's take a peek here. We got one colony ship, so... what do we like? That's not too bad. Tundra's not great. It's not going to be a great system, but might be nice as an outreach point from there as well. Besides, I have another ship coming, so... nothing with a bone in it, that's interesting. Why that? Oh dear, I have a feeling that that word means something to Heimdall. Grivix. Grivix is here, so it's officially a stream. Ah. I just named a star after you, Grivix. Yes, I did. I made Grivix a star. I never even thought of that. Thank you, Heimdall. The Galactic News Network. Oh joy. A beast that exists partially in hyperspace has appeared. It is feared that it will randomly destroy ships in hyperspace for an indefinite period of time. Can't fight that. Oh, more stuff. And the silicoids have 6 stars. I didn't do too much damage while you were gone, EKG. I did, however, name a star after Grivix. So... to be fair, I think we'll name one after Heimdall next. Well, we're not integrating other societies right now, so I don't care much about that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. And more colonies. Oh, food. We'll need food. I do like the music. It's there, it doesn't annoy you, you hum along as you're waiting for things.